How's it going out there, Kraken fans? Flames versus Kraken post-game reaction here for you guys. Thanks for being on the live stream tonight. Going to give you that recap. React to tonight's divisional matchup. As your Seattle Kraken were trying to find a 3-game win streak, but unfortunately the Calgary Flames came into town and spoiled the party. They had lost 6 games in a row coming into this one, and they prevailed tonight. We're going to break everything down. It's still early in the season. And my buddy Ty is here to help me get through this live stream. Ty, what's up? Let's bring it in. How you feeling? Not the greatest game from the Kraken tonight.
That's Kraken hockey, baby. I mean, this has kind of been the formula we've seen all year long. Come out in the first, give us a little bit of excitement once we surpass 1 goal. And then, dang, what happened? The wheels come off.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I want to forget about the third period. Maybe even a little bit of the second period, honestly. The first period felt great. Some really amazing goals that they scored to start things off. But thanks for being here, Ty. My name's Mike, Sasquatch NHL, bringing it to you guys live tonight for the show. And Ty, I don't know. What are your thoughts here as we get into this just a little bit? We were kind of trying to gather ourselves as a Kraken team, trying to get back to 500, but a little bit of a step backwards now. What's on your mind here?
Yeah, I mean, I think the matchup was kind of interesting also because you have Calgary coming in on a 6-game skid. We're coming off a couple wins. Things were kind of starting to look good. We had some line shuffles that kind of happened a little bit ago that were looking okay. And then we come in, first period, looks super good. A little bit of chaos hockey, in my opinion, kind of going back and forth. Chance here, chance on the other end, chance here. Just kind of chaos hockey, not the best for the coaching staff, but definitely fun to watch. Got some good solid goals. Man, that second goal was gross. And then second period we've been kind of struggling. That slump that we've been having, still consistent, still there in my opinion. And then the third period, man, Calgary turned it up and it was just on the attack. And yeah, there's no real response there.
Yeah, I mean, and you get close there at the end, you pull Grubauer and you've got a chance, but I felt like it kind of slipped away just before that. And, you know, hockey is the ultimate game of chaos, and they were right there, but that, you know, beginning of that third period, that just kind of, that was it, I think, in my opinion. But anyways, okay, let's recap it here. Got a poll on the stream tonight, you guys. What is your least favorite period of Kraken hockey to watch? The first period, the second period, or the third period? So please answer that in the poll. Put your comments into the live stream. I'm going to pop them up throughout the evening here as we go. Maybe not too long tonight, Ty, but you know, thanks for tuning in. Regardless, coming to you live, like I was talking about just a little bit earlier. Going to pop those comments up on the screen. Also, let's get into the setup just a little bit. Ty, looks like my internet connection's not doing great tonight, but we're gonna push through.
Yeah, just keep
see
going.
How it goes. But yeah, okay, gonna tell the story just a little bit, gonna set things up coming into the game, look at the stats, 3 stars, the roster. I do have the Scribbler hooked up, but I don't think there's a whole lot of things that I want to draw.
Be drawing sad faces.
Yeah, lots of sad. We can do that actually right over here. We'll do a sad face when I get that hooked up. But anyways, okay, so let's get into the setup just a little bit, Ty. And then I'm going to get your opinion as we go here. Going to help you, have you describe the goals. Going to help you a little bit with that as well. But yikes, not the best game from the Kraken. As you know, we're kind of looking for that full 60-minute effort, and we didn't get it tonight. The third period fell apart. The Flames, they came in tonight 2-7-1. Kind of looking for, you know, maybe a bounce back season. They weren't great last year. Ryan Huska, their first season as head coach for them. But they've got a lot of pending unrestricted free agents, Ty, if you want to talk about that a little bit. We've got Backlund, Lindholm, Hanifin, Tanev, Zadorov. It goes on and on. But
I mean, that's a pretty impressive list of free agents there. I mean, of those players, which ones do you not know or have heard of? Like, literally all of them. So, it's going to be an interesting year. See if Huberdeau and Kadri can step it up and kind of carry these boys a little bit. They do have some star power. Huberdeau, obviously, when he was with Florida, was producing a lot more. Had that pretty bad slump last year, and then this year is really not doing much either. Probably as a Flames fan, you're expecting a lot more out of that guy. Maybe a little more out of Kadri. I did see some pretty good physical play out of Kadri today. But yeah, you start looking at that UFA list, and it's kind of a scary time.
Yeah, so
we have a pretty healthy UFA list as well.
That's true.
Not as bad as that, but
maybe a little bit of transition in the offseason for the
yeah.
Calgary Flames coming up. Kraken, of course, going to have to kind of face that on their own. As you know, we'll get there. We're not quite there yet. I'm going to be really interested to see what happens at the trade deadline. But
Yeah.
the Kraken, a slow start to the season. They've kind of heated up just a little bit tonight. Not so great late in the game. We did find 5 out of 8 points out on the road. Won 2 of those in overtime. So pretty clutch hockey from Seattle out on the road. McCann heating up, and Schwartz has been incredible. Another goal tonight. And both goalies, I don't know if you want to talk about the goalies a little bit, Ty, but I feel like Joey and Gru have been pretty great here at the beginning of the season.
That game from Gruby, the last game was awesome. Like, you're watching him play his true form, where he's fast, snappy, kind of that explosive style, versus maybe like a Drieger that's kind of more about positioning, or Jonesy that's more about being in position. So kind of a different contrast we're seeing this year. Both goaltenders kind of play a very similar style. Dak obviously has the puck handling skills, which adds just a little bit more dimension, but Grubauer obviously has, significantly more experience and stuff like that. So as far as in net, man, I don't think we really have anything to complain about. It looks great. This is the best Kraken goaltending we've had, period. I have zero cons, lots of pros. I like it.
And yet people are still barking about it on the internet. I'm always like surprised.
I haven't seen it.
I'll just post like a poll about who do you want to start in the next game, and it's just, it's constant.
Really?
I don't know. I feel like the goaltending has been pretty good this year. Nothing to blame on the goaltending. Maybe, here and there has been a few spots, but yeah.
Maybe some goal support would be nice as well. Just saying. Right. If you look at the numbers between Dak and Gruby, it's a pretty healthy difference. So I don't know. It takes a team ultimately.
Mm-hmm. So, all right, let's look at the roster real quick here. No changes tonight. Obviously, we've got, Brandon Tanev still on IR. Looks like he's getting closer, right? And Berkey, it's going to be a little while, but Brandon Tanev, some positive signs there, skating in the non-contact jersey at practice.
Yeah.
So what's that going to add when we get Turbo back?
I mean, imagine that moves Shorzy out. So you'll have a very fast duo out back there with Yams. Yams got that high skill, kind of east-west style. And we know Turbo just goes north-south, and he goes north-south full blast. So it could be a very, very interesting line. And I think Belmar will be able to kind of keep those guys fed the puck and then be in the right spot, win faceoffs, do that kind of stuff. I would give Turbo probably a couple games or so to get his feet wet, get his kind of jive in with his line and stuff like that before we get too worried about anything. But
just kind of limit his minutes a little bit as he gets back healthy. And good news, Ty. It looks like the internet stream has kind of steadied out a little bit. We had a lot of crazy weather. I don't know if you guys heard the thunder in the Seattle metro. I don't know if you heard it down in Vancouver today, but we had like thunder and lightning this morning in Seattle. So that was kind of weird. And a lot of rain, tons of rain and lots of wind.
Yeah.
So it's been a little bit chaotic weather, kind of matching the chaotic sequence of the game tonight. But okay, let's keep going here. Ty, a couple more things. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the fourth line face-offs. We've seen Belmar continue to kind of mentor and teach some of the other players on the team. They talked about this out at practice. A few reports today, Belmar and Matty Beniers working on face-off. So that's a good thing. And, if you want to kind of speak to that a little bit, that's a huge deal on a team like this, right?
It really is. And I mean, all you have to do is just ask any Kraken fan that watched the playoffs last year. Like we saw, I think in the Colorado series, probably where the face-offs were kind of realized that they are important. We heard some in the regular season, a lot of people saying, oh, face-offs aren't important because we were always getting spanked in face-offs. And then in the playoffs, well, I think those people realize that they actually are important. So having Matty out there doing the extra work, learning from the veteran guys. I know he did a lot of work with Gordo and stuff like that last year as well. And that's long-term dividends. So like any experience you can soak up from the vets around you, ideas, stuff like that, and then be able to actually apply them, which Matty does. It's going to be beautiful long-term dividend there.
Yeah, definitely will pay off. at some point. And we've seen the Kraken win, key faceoffs at key moments here early in the season. They're not always on top in that metric. I think they actually won that metric tonight. We like to joke around about like when they win the faceoff metric, they lose the game. But I'm always for winning as many faceoffs as you can, especially in key situations. So, yeah. All right.
Yeah, a really good goal opportunity off a clean faceoff win as well. Maybe would have liked to have some forwards get in front and kind of block the eyes, but that clean win back and blast it. Woo, it was nice.
Yeah.
Didn't go.
All right, are you ready to describe a few goals here? We're going to do this one quick, Ty. Get into the recap. The Flames. Oh gosh, I've got my logos flip-flopped here. The Kraken. I wish that the Kraken were on the top line. There, but the Flames,
I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, the Flames. Maybe
Amazing.
It's a little sleight of hand for the viewers in the replay. Oh, the Flames won 6-3.
Too funny.
Little what do you call that? Disingenuous advertising. But let's get into the recap. Here we go.
What? 11 minutes to find.
Yeah, I just didn't flip the look. I mean, I could do it now. Should I do it now?
No, you're good. You're good. It's just funny.
No, I probably should. We want to be accurate on this stream. Here, we'll do it. There we go. I don't want to.
Yeah.
That's better.
Bro.
I mean, it's worse, but it's fixed. Okay, so we go first
Kraken
period.
around bottom because they're a home team. That's why.
Let's get into the breakdown here. Grew in net for the Kraken. This is screwed up too. I just got back from travel, so we're dealing with things tonight.
Who gives you time off, man? It's not even time off. It's you're going to work.
I would say it felt like chaos hockey a lot tonight. We go, almost 10 minutes into the first period. Kraken are swarming. Winberg has a huge chance on a rebound.
Yeah, he was shooting the puck.
Yeah, what is happening?
Like a couple shots, I'm just like, I don't want to say anything, but yeah, I like it.
Let's keep it going, Winberg.
Yeah.
Vladar has to make a big save there. The Flames counter. Mangiapane. And that's when he cross-checks Jared McCann.
Yeah.
Into the ice. The face whips. That was ridiculously unnecessary, if you want to comment on that, Ty.
Yeah, it kind of went across like the shoulders and the neck area. The visor. It's great at keeping pucks from whacking you in the face. Other than that, it usually smashes your face. Either it comes down into your nose and destroys you, or it rides up and your face goes into whatever you're going to hit. Yeah, I don't like the hit. We'll see what they do. Get it out of the game. We have too many people that have melon injuries and stuff like that. It's got to go.
You kind of got him twice, and obviously the last one was the worst one. So the Kraken end up with a 5-minute major out of that, and this is where you want to make them pay.
Yep.
And Bjorky comes through on this one, rips one top shelf to make it 1-0. If you want to describe that goal real quick.
Yeah, so that one was nice because it kind of started down in the corner, cycled up across, and then Bjorky just has that good look, that angle, pretty well out from the circle, lets it rip and just sinks it. Totally gross goal there. The next one also from Golvinen was pretty nice, maybe a bit more gross. But yeah, absolutely. This is the Oliver Bjorkstrand that we were kind of expecting. So good
him
to
and
see
Schwartz,
him.
right? Yeah, and feeling it. So you got these guys heating up, and that's good to see. The Flames do push back a little bit there. They enter the Kraken zone on the rush. They crash the net. You got guys flying through the air. I think it was Nazem Kadri flying through the air there. And Pospisil, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Hopefully, maybe some Calgary Flames. Popsy finishes, makes it 1-1, right? That was just, again, chaos hockey, right?
Yeah, I think that was his first shot and first goal, right? In NHL.
Yeah, I just saw
Crazy.
Nazem Kadri flying through the air.
Yeah, a couple times.
Slow motion.
Yep.
Kraken, they're kind of applying pressure back, though, looking good on the forecheck tonight, at least early in the game.
Yeah.
Pressure up the ice. They take advantage here on the turnover by Calgary right at the top of the zone. Devin Shore grabbed it, and what did he do?
Yeah, so this one was nice because it kind of gets batted out of the air, collected, dropped in front of the stick, down to Gordo by the circle, straight across to Golvinen, and just slams it home. It was just bam, bam, goal. It was wonderful. Like, that's professional level hockey right there. So gross. I love it. I was running around the living room full Selly mode on that. It was that good.
Beautiful tic-tac-toe sequence. Kraken
beautiful
reclaim
game.
That's right. The beautiful game all night. They reclaim the lead 2-1. So we go to the second period. Time just kind of felt like it was ticking away. I was watching, I'm kind of hanging out, just chilling, got back. But, we're quickly 10 minutes into this period. Kraken get a power play. Karche breaks in clean. And not too long after that power play expires, it was right there. Karche just kind of came off of the sidewall, and Vladar made a big stop down low at that right leg kick save, keeping it keeping the lead at 1 for the Kraken. So great save there from Vladar, right?
Yeah, definitely. He was pretty solid for the rest of the game, basically from the second period on. Another thing too is they were getting very aggressive. When the Kraken would get the puck, they didn't have much time to make a play or look around and find an open guy. Calgary was very aggressive, especially on the PK. It was just, as soon as you have the puck, you have someone on you. So that kind of disrupts things a little bit. But yeah, it was a good solid effort. And then they kind of plugging up the neutral zone and doing a lot of good stuff to defend.
So we move forward here. Kraken shorthanded late in the second period, 2:59 left. Jared McCann trying to clear the puck out, swinging the stick through the air vigorously.
Oops.
And that's going to be high sticking, right? So we go. We are already shorthanded there, so now 2 men short, 5-on-3 for Calgary. So a really big moment here. Kraken, they're so close to killing this off, but right at the end of it, the Flames tie it.
Like 2 seconds or something like that left. 2-3 seconds, something crazy. Not very many.
Yeah. So Noah Hannafin, I think he made it 2-2 there. And that was technically a power play goal, even though it was like right as time expired. So we go to the third. We're tied up. And
that whole sequence there too, Gruby was massive, making big save, and then just kind of a little leaky one bites us.
Yeah.
Dang it.
There's the Hannafin goal, assisted by Huberdeau and Zari.
Yep.
I don't know who that is.
Christian Zari.
I don't watch the Flames enough. I mean, I used to know every single player in the league.
I know. That's back when you were playing NHL 94, though.
Like Blades of Steel.
Yeah.
All right, third period. Here we go. Flames cruising. Let me fix this too. We're a little bit. There we go. We got some empty netters. We got I don't want to show them, but we have to.
Ew.
Yeah. Flames cycling hard. They send the puck to the point. Good setup. They go D to D. Sharon Govich tips it in front. That's a tough one to give up right at the beginning of the third.
Yeah. And they honestly kind of set the tone with that goal, I think. And then from there, the wheels kind of came off. I mean, more than kind of came off. The wheels did come off. It was pretty one-sided.
Yeah, that was a gut punch. And that was just 1 minute and 33 seconds into the third period. So this
is the Gruby laying on the ice one where it just kind of hits him. He makes a good save, and then it hits him, and it kind of comes along his side. Puck is loose, 100%. Maybe they'll whistle that dead in beer league, but everywhere else it's live puck. So just right place, right time, and they sink it, right?
Yeah, and they said it on the broadcast. Where were the Kraken?
Yeah, seriously, though.
I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Where is everybody? Where's the support? I don't know what they were doing. Donnell says, "Who's the other guy with you?" I don't know. Who is this?
The same guy is always here. Yeah.
Donnell, that's Ty. He's our unofficial producer of the show. and unofficial co-host.
Yeah. Go in that direction.
Make that official at some point. See, the problem is I like to have lots of people on, so
no, that's fine.
It's
the most common co-host.
Right. Yeah, and I apologize. The internet stream, the internet isn't so great at the house tonight, so you're probably getting some cutouts, Donnell. But thanks for being here. Let me know who your 3 stars were tonight if you watched, and fill me in on some of the teams that you've been watching over the last few days. Cranked Up says, "What's up, guys? What's up, Alicia? Good to have you on the stream too."
Hey.
We're kind of licking our wounds a little bit here, getting through the recap. Unfortunately, we're in the third period portion of the recap where things get bad.
The next one is ugly too.
Yeah. So we already talked about the breakaways. That was AJ Greer. Grew appeared to stop it. And he's kind of hung out to dry there.
Poked it around his toe. Big sad.
right? So they make it 4-2 there, kind of a big yikes. And, you know, we keep talking about this 60-minute effort. It wasn't there tonight. We got about 40, maybe 30-minute consistent effort, but definitely not 60. And the game just kind of slips away in the third. Kraken again, they get some good forechecking going, a good chance. Ty Karche again breaks in alone on Dan Vladar, but he stops him. 10:57 left in the third period, and the Kraken kind of down to their last breath in this matchup. They do get set up though, and they get within one. Tell me what happened here on this goal.
Yeah, I mean, so at this point in the game, I'm watching shots on goal, and I'm just like, what's going on? It was at 13, 12, 14 for a really long time. It was not good. Yeah. I think he's doing national broadcast would be my guess why Edzo's not on there.
Yeah, I think Edzo kind of rotates around to the different.
Yeah.
It's like a shared contract.
Yep. Yeah. So I think he does the TNT games. Mm-hmm. Was that what it was? Maybe that was Johnny. I don't know. I don't pay much attention. So as far as the goal goes, puts it on net, hits Shortsy in the foot. You kind of see him go down. I was trying to figure out if he got like smacked or something, being in front of the net, doing the dirty work, but it actually just hits him in the foot. And you would think those strong carbon fiber boots would protect you a bit, but I can tell you personal experience. I'm sure you've been hit in the foot as well. As soon as it hits you, man, just all life leaves that entire limb, and whoop, down you go, no matter what you want to do. And then it's just like this really interesting pain. It's a special one, that's for sure. But
it's like when you sit on the toilet a little too long and your foot falls asleep and you try to stand up.
Pain, tingly
stuff. So the Kraken
more fiber in your life.
Yeah. It's usually because I'm on my phone, tweeting or something. But all right, Kraken pull grew just about a minute left after they make
the power play on the X.
Yes. Toilet debates.
Yep. It's where it belongs.
So, as bad as the third period went, we're right there at the end of it. And
So you pull the goalie and you come within one, and I mean that's what you want to do. You want to keep trying to ride that momentum. And then the other stuff happens.
Alicia says, this is a quote, "We got out hustled in our own house," and that was from the coach. So thanks for filling us in. That's probably from the official post game. And I would agree. The third period especially, I thought the Kraken were fine leading up to, maybe halfway through the second, maybe even late in the second. But yeah, they got out hustled, especially in the third period.
Yep.
And that's what happens.
But I think in the second period too, anytime we were on the power play, those guys were just so aggressive and they just kept coming. Once they were able to kind of take over the neutral zone and stuff like that, make it difficult to kind of come up the ice, we were in big trouble and needed to make some change, but it didn't happen.
So the Flames end up, they get an empty net goal. Michael Backlund banks one off the boards, and it kind of slowly slides into the Kraken net, and then they add another one, so it ends up 6-3. Just not the way we wanted it to end. Any final thoughts on the recap, Ty?
I mean, we need to figure out failing for the toilet visual. Mike's like,
I mean,
we're ninth in the league on power play, guys.
I didn't give like that descriptive. Yeah, I don't know. It was okay, maybe too. Sorry, maybe a little too much.
She's cracking up.
Oh, definitely. I mean, who isn't on their phone when they're in the bathroom?
Yeah.
I mean,
the
way it goes.
Overall thoughts of the game, kind of unfortunately similar to what we've been seeing. Come out strong, looking good, exciting. Second period, I don't know if it's the coaches making adjustments or what's going on, but the Kraken just kind of disappear in the second unless they're going crazy on goals, like 2 games that we have. And then other than that, man, it's just like figure out how to finish, right? So I don't know. I agree with Jim. 100%. Oof. Yeah.
And that's not just Jim making a sound on the toilet. That is Jim reacting to tonight's game.
Oh, man.
Cranked up says totally,
Yeah. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Let's look at the stats a little bit here. We don't got to go too long tonight. I mean, we don't need to overanalyze a loss. It was bad.
I feel like we've been doing this recap every time I'm on here. It's like, oh, it was good, and then the wheels come off.
Maybe the tank commander has found a different way to like channel the L's, and maybe it's through the live stream.
That name is gone. We buried it game 6.
Right? Okay.
I've seen 3 wins now and 29 losses in person.
Yeah, good point here. Vladar wins with an 8.50 save percentage. Seriously.
I think that's just more reflects on the lack of shots on goal through the second and the third there. Just like 17 total. Are you kidding me? Just it's like Calgary's in the lanes blocking shots. Can't get it to the net. You have to hit your own guy to score type of stuff.
And they just kind of hit that wall. I would like to see shot attempts after, they hit 17 there, but we can break that down.
Look at those face-offs. Holy cow.
Yeah, almost 60%. So, maybe all that practice paying some dividends, but it didn't work out tonight. And the power play breaks through again. So 1 for 3 there. Flames get a power play goal, 1 for 2. This power play now coming into the evening tie, 9th in the league.
Yeah,
this was kind of one of my things I talked about coming into the season. I said, wait 3 weeks, don't judge the power play.
I thought it was 2 weeks.
Well, I have blurry. I draw blurry lines on this channel. So, but still not too bad for a team that has had a, pretty bad power play.
The bathroom
first couple of years.
Yeah. So I mean, keep working. I think there's more you can have there. Scored tonight, but you got a 5-minute major. Like, probably could have gotten more out of that. The shots on goals, that's crazy to me, honestly.
Yeah, it feels like they were. It's like your kid growing up, and then they just get stalled out in their teenage years. They didn't get out of their teenage years and up into their 20s. They stopped at 17. That's not good enough.
Yeah.
Got to keep going from there. We didn't take a ton of penalties tonight.
No.
But yeah, that one on McCann. Hopefully there's not any additional fallout. That did not look like it felt very good.
Yeah, so. I mean, we're kind of in a spot right now too where we're worried about Canner's melon, and then it gets bounced off the ice. Like,
I like
that's got to go. That kind of stuff has to go from the game. Too many players are impacted for their entire life with stuff.
Do you think that's going to be a suspension?
I don't know. At least looked at. I mean, take some dice and roll it. It has to be looked at because it's a gamer. So we'll see.
Oh right, 5-minute major.
They come from. Yeah. So he got tossed. So it's an automatic review.
For me, it was just so completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing if you're going to jam a guy in the back. It happens every game, all the time.
Oh yeah.
But when you get up into the neck and into the head like that, and then it whips off the ice, it's just
yeah.
I mean, I would think maybe a 1-gamer, maybe. Probably. I don't know if there's history there, but seems like justified.
Hell of a play by Canner though. He totally saved an open net goal right there. He come across, laid the body on the line, and then as he makes the stop, kind of pays the price with his face to the ice.
I worry that Department of Player Safety, sometimes they evaluate suspensions based on whether there was lasting injury or not, and you're almost penalized for coming back into the game if you're Jared McCann, because I still feel like that should probably it'll definitely be reviewed, like you said. That's the rules, but probably 1 game if I'm the one that's making the decision, but I'm not. George Peros is, so we'll see what happens. But Jim says absolutely. Sounds like he is in favor of suspension, but
another guy that plays the game and understands what it's like to have your melon bounced off stuff. It just doesn't need to be there, period.
All right, here's the shots on goal by period, and you can see the drop off.
Oh my gosh,
it just, I mean, it's like, what's that game on Price is Right where the yodeling guy goes up?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I have no idea what it's called.
I think it's the yodeler. Yeah, 10 shots
how does
on goal.
Sound? Do you know how it sounds?
I could do it, but I'm not. I haven't had any drinks tonight, so otherwise I might. But yeah. Nick O even said possibly 5. No, it's not going to be a 5-game suspension.
Yeah, maybe.
Nick,
I mean, maybe
getting a little too wound up there, but
it's just not part of the play. The player's entirely defenseless. Like, he's looking down at the ice. He's not expecting to get his melon bounced. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. You can only guess. Roll a dice and see what pops up.
Maybe a couple games.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I think will happen. Maybe one or two. Probably one if I know the NHL good enough, but it should probably be two. But yeah, the shots not good enough, and you see the drop off there. 3 shots in the second period, and that doesn't tell the whole story. That's shots on, maybe not definitely showing the whole story with shot attempts, but it's not enough, right?
And this kind of reflects really well with Calgary really raising the pressure up. I mean, they got on the PK. They're super aggressive on you, super fast, like I kind of talked about earlier, and that really impacts your shots on goals as well, because you just don't have much time to do anything. And that's kind of what happens as you step up in hockey. The less time you have when you get the puck to do something with it. So,
right.
Yeah, Calgary did a good job there for sure. But yeah,
all right.
3 shots. Woof. 4 shots.
Lucas Kraken says, I'm not sure what that was out there. Yeah, we're not too sure either. It was okay. First half of the game, second half of the game was not great. Luke is Kraken, if you want to provide what you think were your 3 stars of the game, probably mostly going to be Flames and the official ones, but share your thoughts here before we log out. We're not going to go too much longer
where you're
here.
from.
Yeah, that's right. And hit the poll. Let's look at the poll results real fast too. We didn't do that yet. I said, what is your least favorite period of Kraken hockey to watch? And looks like most people are agreeing that the second period is not their favorite. We've got about almost 10 votes, and about 50% of the vote is second period. So thanks for voting, everybody. Honestly, I don't mind watching all of the periods, but tonight definitely not the second or the third period.
My choice here was based off of this season's Kraken's performance. First period, they've been pretty good, been exciting. They come out flying. Everybody's going everywhere. Yeah. Second period, where'd it go?
I don't know.
It's gone.
Which is funny because we used to start so bad, and now it's
the opposite.
Yeah, everything's flipped around.
Like the second period used to be like the magic, and then we're like, oh man, can we finish, or can we go through and figure something out in the third?
Lucas Kraken says Bjorkstrand has to be one of them. Well, let's find out right now. Thanks for being on stream, Lucas Kraken. I'm not sure if you're a new subscriber. I don't recognize the name, but thanks for being here. Let's look at the official 3 stars. Here we go. Ty, Michael Backlund.
Oh,
number 1 star there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try to say the name. Sharangovich. Is that close?
Sure. Calgary it's very blurry for me, so I'm just gonna nod and smile. Yeah, it looks good, dude.
I heard them say it during the broadcast. Anyways, Yanni Gord is the 3rd star, so he had 2 assists tonight. And Yanni's been great for the Kraken. Wearing that neck guard tonight, and you've got a little bit of experience with this. Let's talk about that a little bit while we're here live. What are your thoughts? Obviously, a pretty horrible thing happened. Adam Johnson. And condolences.
Absolutely insane.
Everyone impacted, but. As a player yourself, Ty, maybe if you want to comment
and as a coach of youth hockey as well, I don't know if have you worn one before?
I have not.
It's like wearing a stiff, awful turtleneck, or at least the ones that I did. They're not super great. But maybe with some kind of more attention on this, we can come up with a little bit better, more modern, flexible material. I think I've actually heard that there are some NHL players that have started to wear them. But I mean, man, that whole play has so many wild things going on that I've never seen before, not even close. Usually, if it's someone coming in contact with a skate, they're on the ice or something like that, not standing up. So it's just absolutely crazy. But I seen the WHL are rolling it out, I believe, after New Year's. It's going to become mandatory, and that's just to look at supply chain stuff. Obviously, a lot of people are going to go after them now. It's kind of interesting that it takes a tragedy to have something like this looked at more heavily. But such a difficult situation. I play every week. I skate all the time, whether I'm coaching or playing myself. It's definitely crossed my mind. We definitely talk about it in the locker room and stuff like that. But I think if they have something that makes sense, that is more comfortable than what I've worn before, I don't see why not.
Yeah, personally, I did not watch it. I'm not
Ooh,
I'm
yeah.
just not built to see things like that.
You
Unfortunately,
can
but
watch the actual initial play. So it's kind of a blurry video. You can see
Mhm.
the initial play, how it happens. As soon as you see the initial play, I would cut away, because as you see him skate to the bench, you know what's
yeah,
going on. Just terrible, man. I've seen stuff in combat that's not as gory as that. So
terrible.
crazy, crazy,
Yep.
crazy.
So again, condolences out. We haven't talked about it on
Yeah.
the channel yet. This is the first time I've been live since all that went down. But and like you said, Ty, unfortunately, sometimes it takes a big, tragic type of event like this for
Yep.
maybe some
Look at like auto
reexamination.
racing, same thing.
Yeah. So, we'll see what happens. I kind of reposted Emerald City. They had put that video out with Yanni Gord trying it out, and I just reposted. I said, it's leadership by Yanni.
Yeah.
Maybe being
Yeah.
uncomfortable, trying something out,
I
even if
think
it. Mhm.
he has kids, and he realizes he has kids, and he wants to be there for those kids. I heard another player talking about it was, you're right.
Yeah.
I try not to say beer league too much, but I 100% agree. But yeah, with regards to Gordo trying it out, like it makes sense. Those guys they care about their family and stuff like that. They want to be here for their family. So
Well, and maybe one of the younger players in the league wants to try it and feels like, well, maybe I'll be looked at differently from one of the veterans, or
Bro,
so
ear guards.
yeah,
I'm like the only guy I know in
simple
beer
stuff
league
like
that's
that.
wearing ear guards. But I've been whapped in the side of the melon, and I tell you what, these ear guards are fantastic. Besides taking the puck to the melon, so and then I can hide my headphones for stick time also, so they don't get mad at me. But yeah, there's all kinds of stuff.
Good on Yanni Gord for trying it out. We'll see where it goes from
Set
here.
the example. That's leadership.
See what happens. Definitely. And if it makes it, more comfortable for anybody else to kind of follow in those footsteps, all the better. I understand, the player's perspective on that. Sometimes it's like, well, I've been doing it this way for this long.
Yeah.
And I've been fine. It's uncomfortable. I don't want to change.
Visors, cages,
right, helmets.
There's always an evolving thing.
Goalie masks even going all the way back.
Gosh. Yeah.
If you can imagine that. And yeah, so that's where we're at. Okay, Ty, that's going to be it for you tonight. I'm going to send you off into the ether, and we're going to look at the standings and log out, and I'll talk to you in the green room here in just a minute. So a couple minutes.
Sounds
okay.
Good. Yep.
All right. Thanks
guys.
for being here. Yep. Have a good night. Let's look at the standings and let's log out. I was hoping we would climb up just a little bit higher in the Pacific, but it didn't happen tonight. Thanks everybody for commenting and contributing on the live stream tonight. Not a super busy night, but that's the way it goes sometimes when the Kraken lose. But Anaheim, kind of the surprise for me so far, and Vancouver, honestly. But Anaheim really 6-4, and I'd have to check the scoreboard tonight. But the Kraken are going to fall to 4-6-2. Couldn't quite get back to 500, and Vegas just keeps on keeping on at the top of the division there. San Jose Sharks really struggling. Wiped out last game they played, and they were playing Pittsburgh tonight with Erik Karlsson back in town. So go check out the scoreboard tonight. I don't have it on the stream, but I'm kind of curious how all these Pacific Division teams did on a very busy night in the NHL. Let's take a quick look ahead at the schedule. Coyotes on Tuesday, November 7th, and Kraken going to go back out on the road for 2 games. That's a 6 p.m. start time, and then Colorado on the 9th, also a 6 p.m. start time here on the West Coast, and then back home for a couple more. So that's the look ahead. That's the stream for the night. Thank you guys. Be sure to subscribe over on the podcast. I keep saying it, but we are going to have some new episodes coming over there real soon. So thanks again for being a part of the channel. And that's going to do it for tonight's stream. I might have a giveaway going tomorrow. So keep up over on Twitter. X.com. See, Ty's correcting me in the background. But stay tuned. We might do a giveaway tomorrow, depending on how I'm feeling. We got an extra John Forsland bobblehead. So turn on alerts here. That way you don't miss out. But in the meantime, keep up over on X. Have a great night, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll catch you again on another stream here, Sasquatch NHL, in the near future. Have a good night.